Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, cool. I want to give you guys a quick tutorial of this. It's going to be a little weird because I have to look up and also look down. So just stay with me. So this is going to be your homepage. The only time it's going to look different is the first time you create your account. Your account or a team member does. You're going to see a welcome video by me. You'll also see a tutorial, a little wizard. Feel free to go through it. We did it for a reason. If you don't want to go through it, there's actually an exit. So you can exit it and you'll see this home screen. This is really what I want to get people in the habit of sharing on Telegram is your home screen. It shows you so much information. So you can see the total amount of exposures I've done, the engagements. It tracks what you've done this month. And obviously the week just started. That's why that's 0, but that'll be the last time that's 0. I can promise you that. But you can really see it. You can see where you're trending, how you're doing for the month, how you're doing for the week, and then how you're doing overall. You can also track the total number of resources and campaigns. Those numbers will either look like this one for the paid account, or it's going to be a smaller number for the free version, but you're still going to have resources. You have about 80% of the functionality. I wanted to get everybody a taste for the app before you have to pony up and pay for it. There's other features that you do want. I think a lot of you will, but this is going to give you a really good taste. And then the engagement number, which I believe is really, really important. That shows the relationship between the amount of contacts you have on this app and the amount of resources you've sent out in terms of them opening the resource, playing the resource, asking you a question via whatever you sent them. You want a really high engagement rate. That's something I'm all over. I'm always trying to work on. The lower that number gets is typically because you're spamming, right? Which is not what we want. It hurts all of our data. Or number 2, you're not doing a great job edifying the resource you're about to send. So for instance, I just met Katie at a home buyer seminar. I added her to the app and I just sent her a video. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, Katie, listen, as soon as I get back to the office, I'm going to send you this video. You got to watch it. This video is so freaking hot. It changed my life 6 months ago and I saw it. Now I'm sending her. She's like looking forward to it. I'm going to have a much higher engagement rate, having a little short conversation prior to sending it. Does that make sense? Michael, is your hand about the homepage, Michael?
It was about the payment which I thought a quick tip. If you're using a credit card that's going to expire within these years, because this is subscription based, it will not take the card. I had to use a debit card that had a farther out expiration date.
Cool. Good to know. Thank you. Okay. So down here, the first thing I want to show you is this. Can you guys see my mouse?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. It's this blue button, the little man, woman, whatever you want to call it, with a plus sign. This is going to be your best friend. That button is the one you're going to push the most. Once you go here, you have 2 options to import leads, right? The first option, in my opinion, you're not going to use it as often. This is when you are out somewhere and you're meeting a prospect that is not already in your phone. So Maureen's hosting an event on Wednesday. A lot of those people probably are not in her phone yet, right? So that's one. If Katie was at a home buyer show, a solar show, a lot of those contacts are not in her phone. She would push the plus sign. You would fill out their first name, last name, phone number, email, and notes. I'm a big believer here, even if it means, hey, Katie, real quick, what's the best email? I want to get as much information as I possibly can from the prospect every single time. Don't be afraid to ask for it. If you can only get an email or a phone, that is fine. We also built this so that you don't have to have either. And you're probably thinking, well, how would you send them something? Let's say over Facebook. You can grab the link and you can send it in Facebook Messenger, Instagram, LinkedIn. So we still wanted to build it with that way in mind, but slow down to speed up. You want to get as much info as you possibly can. We also have really built this email trigger that if you end up putting .con, you use something that's not a registered email, you're going to get a pop-up saying that email appears to not be valid. There appears to be a mistake with it. You want to know that on the front end. I want to be able to hit Katie, I'm so sorry. I must have fat fingered this. What's that email again? Versus I didn't realize it and Katie just left. And now I'm left trying to find out how do I ever find Katie again to get her to that resource, right? So we did that on purpose. The last thing on this is notes. Really, really important. Imagine yourself a month from now, 6 months, a year from now, where you might have 2, 4, or 1,000 contacts in here. So for me, I'm always adding people to this. I'll leave a quick note. I'm not asking for a paragraph, but I'll say I met Katie at a home and garden show. I'll put the date. She works for a solar company for the last 3 years, is a mom, has a daughter that just went to college. Anything I know about her, I'm going to add. Because now as I pick that back up to have a conversation, I can look real quick. And I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm constantly adding Uber driver. I met him on an Uber driver going from Fort Lauderdale to Tampa, or wherever it was, right? Just anything I can do to help me trigger that conversation. Any fun facts, a dad, they talked about soccer, they did anything, I'm going to add it there. You can do it in bullet form, whatever you want, but once again, slow down to speed up. Hopefully that's clear on how to add a lead. The second way to add a lead, the one you're going to do more often, I believe, is you're going to click that top button on this page where it says import. Does everybody see that? Okay, hopefully everyone does. I am going to import one. Let me see if I can do Mitch. Okay, so everyone sees that. You go to import, you click the button. If you already have them in your phone, it's going to go here. I do not have Mitch's email on my phone. I'm not going to do it right now, but if I was meeting Mitch, I would add his email. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to leave a quick note. Solar Pro down in Florida, has been in the solar game for over a decade, killing it. Met him on Facebook. Anything I can do to add that, right? I'm going to add those notes and I'm going to push continue. It says the contract was saved. You can schedule your follow-up right now. I would strongly encourage you to do this. Depending on the conversation, I'll use Katie again. If I met Katie this weekend at the home show, I know she's most likely not watching my video, not getting back to me until the home show wraps up, right? So I would probably set a reminder for a Monday. The home show is done. If it was done on a Tuesday, I would go ahead and set that. So you can literally schedule the follow-up, put the date, whatever you want, a call, it's going to remind you. It is a really, really cool program. I love adding the follow-up ahead of time. And just you're gonna gauge each one depending on the dialogue with the prospect. I'm gonna go ahead and push not yet for this example. So this is now the contacts. You can see it down here where it's blue. So all of my contacts are right here. I like to sort, and you push this button by newest, this one up here, and you can sort by newest. That's how I like to do it. So the one I just added was right there. So I'm gonna click on Mitch again. So a couple things you can do here. This is the real workflow of how I do it 99% of the time. If I want to send Mitch a resource, I'm going to click this resource button right here. And this is where you guys are going to see several different options, but I'm going to focus on the recruiting one. Click on solar icons. And then I like to send either one of these top two. My favorite is how to earn real estate size commissions. For those of you that are new to the app, you can actually push that play button and it's going to pop up to show you what you're about to send them. That's really smart. I would encourage all of you to add yourself as a lead. Send yourself all of the available resources on the free one so you can actually look at it. You can see what it looks like, see if it speaks to you, see if you like it. You'll start to gravitate towards the ones you want to send. So once I select it, you'll see I have three options. Over on the left is an email symbol, and you're going to see that's grayed out. The reason it's grayed out is I did not add an email address for Mitch. So the app is smart. It's intuitive. It's going to block me from sending him an email, right? Hopefully everyone gets that.
Can I just ask, why is that video showing 3 times?
It's a couple different versions that you guys can't see. This is on my account. Yep.
Okay.
We were playing around with some language, doing some A/B testing. So I'm going to go ahead and text this one. And the one on the right is if you wanted to actually grab a link. So let's say I met Mitch, I don't have a phone number, I want to send it to him over Facebook Messenger. You would click that, whatever that little 3 thing is, and that's how you actually grab the link. In this example, I'm going to text it. So I click that, and it pulls up our exact text conversation in real time, guys. It's going to pull from your SMS. And so I have default language that I use 99% of the time. I do not change it. If you wanted to put your spin on it, now is where you could do it. Just move the cursor over and delete as you guys see fit. So I'm going to send that. Mitch, no reason to come off mute, but if you don't mind, in fact, do come off mute. I know you changed your mic. Let us know once you get that text message, please.
I think I just got it. Let me look.
Awesome.
I just got it.
Okay, and then Mitch, push mute again. And if you could click on the link, and I want you to play the video and then drag the cursor to about halfway through, but leave it on mute and just let me know when you're done. So what I want to show you why he is doing this is I'm on the contact screen for Mitch. You can go over to activity log, and this is one of the more advanced features. You're going to be able to track it just in greater detail. For the free version, you're going to see what resources you sent them. If you want to see how much they watched of something, that is on the paid version. Not a plug for this, but I at least want to show you what the capability is there. So I can see right now exactly what video I sent him. This is really important. 6 months from now, I might not want to be sending him the same video every single time I'm trying to follow up. So it's going to keep a running list here of what we sent him. I'm not showing he's played it yet. So let's try it one more time. Okay, he's opened the
Playing
link.
it now.
Cool. So it was sent here. The second one is he's opened the link. In probably another 30 seconds or so, I'm going to get that he played it. I also want you to see that his score changed. His score went from 0, it's out of 100, to 2 just by him opening it. The more he clicks on things, plays things, the more that score is going to go up. And that's what Patrick went over last week in terms of how you see the hot lead. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the home page again. I want to show you how to get back to the contacts. So I'm going to click the blue button down. I'm sorry, the button here that says contacts. I have my default sorted by newest. So I'm going to go back to Mitch. I've showed you now how to send resources. Let's say you want to add him to a campaign. Of course, I don't have an email, so I can't. I'll have to. In fact, Mitch, can you tell me your email real quick?
solarmallet@gmail.com. 2 T's.
2 T's. At Gmail?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys saw a real life example. Was not able to add him to a campaign because I did not have his email. Our campaigns right now are email. So now it says updated. So now we just had a brand new tab that opened up right here. It says active campaigns. Everyone see that? Before that was not there. It's because there's not an email. I'm gonna get a lot of texts today saying I want to add Katie to a campaign. It's because the email was not there. So I'm going to click change. And you're going to see we have severals. I'm working on a lot of these right now. The one that is up and running that I'm really, really proud of is the seller recruiting. And so you would simply, it's going to be the seller recruiting here, the one that says solar icons, excuse me. That is the one that I personally built. So I'm going to go ahead and add that and assign it. So in less than 5 minutes, Mitch is going to get an email just confirming that I sent it to the right person. And then that drip is going to start firing. He's going to get an email with a link, with a video from the compensation plan, the full recruiting video we just showed you, the revenue share calculator, testimonial by Maureen, by Joe, by Chris, and by others that send them. Right now, it's about a 45-day drip that he's going to be getting an email from you, branded from you, not from me, saying you got to check out this video from my business partner, Katie, whatever the language was on there. Really, really powerful. I recruited 4 people last week from this drip. Like 100%. Say it again.
Can you flip it back to the screen before you just did that? I want to see what you did again.
How to do it?
No, where you picked that he got one of the drip campaigns.
So it says active campaign here in the middle, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why it says not assigned. Oh, I pushed the wrong button and then assign.
Okay, so active.
Okay, so he's already in there. Now you can see it actually will.
Just a quick tip, Aaron. So something that I've messed up on getting new people's information, because I always like get Uber drivers numbers and this and just talking. I can't take advantage of a lot of these amazing campaigns because I only got their phone number.
Correct.
So it's just more work on the back end. I know Aaron said that hopefully, he's working with Patrick that eventually these campaigns can go to text messages, but you'll notice if you don't have an email for them, you won't be able to take advantage of any of the campaigns, which are so amazing. So make sure it's just in your mind as you network with people, you're collecting information, you get their email so that you can drip on them.
100%. My first year with this app at another company, I did not get email. I'm not a huge email fan, and I shot myself in the foot by being able to do that. She's 1,000% right. You're running a business. It's smart to get everything. The other thing I do, right, little bonus tips. I use the Uber drivers a lot. I've recruited a lot of them. You're at a restaurant, the waiter, the waitress, the bartender, whoever, right? They got a good personality. I'm having a conversation. I literally will open the app before I'm adding Maureen in front of them. They don't know it's an app. They just think it's your phone book. It doesn't matter. Don't feel weird about this. I then am going to send a resource to Katie in front of her. I want to make sure I added her phone number incorrectly. If done correctly, especially with an Uber, they're driving, they can't check it. I'll see the phone beep. I will see my text message pop up. That's how I know I got it right. If I didn't, I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I must have, inputted the phone number wrong. Can you give it to me again? Sometimes they might have given it to you wrong. I want to flush that out right then while I have them. So I cannot say it enough. I slow down to speed up every single time. So those are the two different ways you're going to add a lead. You can either do it manually by adding them, or you push the import button on your phone. I showed you the resources. I'll show you that one more time real quick. I don't use this a lot. So down at the bottom is your main navigation. That's where you can go to the contacts to send them something. If you just wanted to grab a resource, you can do that here. I never do that though. I want to be crystal clear on this. Forgot who I was helping. It might've been Adrian about it this morning. Slow down to speed up. I want to add them as a contact to my phone, to the app first before grabbing a resource. If you just click on the resource and grab it, you cannot track it. It does not know who you sent it to. So that's something you would use for like marketing. You're posting something on a LinkedIn, not sending something privately to somebody. If you're going to send it to them privately, you got to add them. It's the only way the app will track it. And then you would just go back to the contact and you can see it. So a couple of mine here, I can see David's a 23, Bill's a 1, meaning he just clicked on something, but this is how I follow up. So it does that. You want to click on the more button on the bottom right. Couple of things here is under settings, you want to make sure that the group code, which is up at the top, that it says icons. That's the only way you get access to everything that I built. If you use the link that we send everybody to sign up, it's going to do it for you. But this is the big one. As you're building your team, but they're like, I'm not seeing that testimonial from Katie. 9 times out of 10, it's because they don't have the icons link. And we'll be adding little sublinks to these as well as we build more things out, but that is where that is found. The other one here that I see a lot of people making a mistake on, you want to add your social media links. In the emails and the drips that I did, when Katie sends Michael an email, it's going to pull up her Facebook, her LinkedIn, everything she adds here. So it's clickable. Really important for social proof. If Katie's sending something to me and I just met her, 10 seconds ago, I might not even remember her, right? The conversation is more important to her than it was me because she's trying to recruit me. Let's keep it real. All of a sudden I click on it. I'm like, oh, I remember her. Yeah, she was the solar queen because I saw her on LinkedIn, right? If she didn't take the time to add that, it's not nearly as effective. The big mistake I see here though, is right here where it says Powur username. A lot of people right now are adding whatever your Powur website is. So for instance, powur.com/aaron.browning/join. That's the full site. That is not what it's asking for. It's asking for your username, which typically is going to be your first name, period, last name. You'll see it on your website. I don't need the /join. Sorry, my phone went to sleep. I don't need the /join. I don't need the ambassador. I've already built it all out. I just need it to be that username. Super freaking important. The way we built these ClickFunnels that are just really robust, my friends, is there is a link on the video that says, I'm ready to get signed up, join. They click that button. If you have it done correctly, it takes them directly to your Powur website to where they can check out. I have sent this to people where I never even had a conversation outside of the initial one, right, to pique interest. All of a sudden I get an email saying you have a new sponsor on your team, new sponsee, whatever they call it. Because of that, it's badass, guys, like badass. If you mess this link up and you got to test it, you're going to send them to someone else's website. The one I saw getting used over and over was some lady named Maria. God bless her. If you guys don't fix this, Maria is going to blow her organization up because you're going to be sending them to the wrong place. The way to test it, send yourself a video. Click on join. If it doesn't take you to Lisa Bailey's site, it didn't work. You got to go back here to make sure you did that. I saw Neil's hand up, but it might have gone down. Neil. Okay.
Yeah, so I have a quick question about what you just said there. I'm on the Energize platform right now, on the app. Where do you see the solar icons? How do you know you've been, you got the right team on there? Because when I
so you're yep, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure everyone's paying attention. This guy's really important. This one comes up a lot. So you're gonna click the more button at the bottom right.
Okay.
You are then going to click settings.
Okay.
And then group codes is right here.
Oh, group codes right there. Okay. Okay. Yep. All right. Cool.
It says icons,
Thank you.
right?
Yep, and it should say
Yeah,
icons.
it says icons.
Okay.
Yep. So
Yeah.
obviously I have a
All
lot
right,
on my plate, so be patient with me. I did want to get this rolled out. The recruiting one is up and running. Amazing materials. Every recruit I have gotten, by the way, I get this question every single day. Are you sending them something different? No, I am sending them the 2 videos I just showed you, and I'm putting them on that drip. That is how I'm recruiting. Like, I'm not doing anything that I would not share with you. It's not in my best interest to not help you. So just know that, like, I'm coming from contribution on that. We are going to be building out a Spanish speaking facing code to where when you're having a conversation with someone that prefers Spanish, and a lot of times, even if they speak English, they prefer to have a business conversation if that's their native tongue in that language. That's important to have that. So we'll have videos that are Spanish facing, also drips. I'm working on an ambassador one right now. And then the last one I'll be focusing on is like post proposal. I know Chris has a bunch of nuggets on a high level campaigns that he is building out as well. So I'll be picking his brain on that. That is that. Robert, and then I'll go to Michael.
Now I see it.
So been enjoying this, but I may have gotten lost at something very basic. And that is, how do you import from your phone? I'm not seeing that button.
That button is right here at the bottom of the home screen, the blue one.
So that imports from the phone or adds a new client?
Either one. That's what I just went over, Robert. So you're either going to click on that and you're going to add them one by one, or you're going to click on the button at the very top that says import.
Okay. So I thought, okay, I missed that. I thought that button was at the top of the contacts page. So that's what I was looking. Okay.
No worries.
Got it.
Great question. I want to be
Thank
clear
you.
on this too, my friends. Nobody, please do not import your entire phone Rolodex over. That's not what this is about. Can you do 5, 10, 20? Absolutely. You're better off having a conversation. So if I'm adding Robert, I push that import button, and then I'm going to go into, I'm going to send him a resource, put him on a campaign if it fits. Really important, not for spam. It hurts all of our data. Michael.
A couple of different questions. First of all, thank you. This is what I needed, a little remedial here to get me going because I was a little lost. For my social media for Facebook, I'm assuming if I have a personal or business one, I want to put my business page on there if it has solar stuff associated with that.
Great question. You're going to have 2 different answers on that. My answer is no. I'm a big believer of using personal, especially like if you're using this for recruiting. That's what I use it a lot for in ambassadors. They're falling in love with me, my vision, my brand, whatever you're trying to do. If you're out prospecting an Uber driver, they click on that, it takes them to a business page. Unless you're branding it also with you and your face all over it, they're not going to build that relationship. Where that one will come into play is as we're building out post proposal type things. But I'm a big believer. Social media is about fun. It's about personal. Most people are getting onto Facebook to laugh, to learn something, to joke, see what you ate for dinner, whatever. So yeah, I'm a big believer on the personal, but that is your choice.
My second question was, once they become active, does that automatically kick in the drip campaign? There's nothing else you have to do after that?
No. So yes, it's gonna kick them onto the campaign. They're going to get an email. Mitch can confirm he got his, saying, I forget the language now, but don't quote me on it. Hey, Mitch, Aaron here. Can you please let me know if I added your email address right so I can send you the resources or the video I promised you to send? Once they click that, they're now opted in. Then the rest is going to fire by itself. In fact, so I had Michael add me last week. So I've already gotten 3 emails from Michael. He's none the wiser. And I say it with love. Think about this. Michael did not know. If I was a real life recruit, he's emailed me 3 high level touches and Michael did nothing other than add me 1 time. That is the beauty of what we designed here. So yeah, the only thing they have to do is opt in. And so you can see on mine, on the desktop version, when you log in, you'll be able to see your opt-in percentage. Really important there. I can't show you on this. For people who didn't opt in, I want to go back. Lisa, real quick, I sent you an email yesterday. Can you do a quick search for my name? I need you to confirm that. I got to get that video over to you. If they don't opt in, they don't get it. The only other way to do it, and I do it every time, I'm going to send Lisa a resource via text. I'm going to grab the video, send it to her, and add her to the campaign. I'm not just going to rely on the campaign.
Okay. And the third question was, I have a lot of people, I sent your initial 15-minute video, that's 20, 25 minutes. My question is, if they've already gotten that video and I want to get them active, would I start by getting them in there and send them the second video as a resource? How would that go?
I would put them on a campaign if you can get the email, because a campaign is gonna send out some amazing things. And in fact, I'll show you that before we wrap up what it's going to actually send. I think you guys should see that. You should put yourselves all on it.
But your first email was that 20-minute thing you put together yourself, right?
Yeah, but you gotta, the way I view this, if a lead didn't call me back or they didn't jump on it and fill out the paperwork to join, it's because they didn't
Yeah.
watch the video. That's my posture on it. I know once they see the video, they're coming on board. So I would treat everyone that you've sent it to that they either didn't watch it, they didn't pay attention, and I would start back over.
To start over again anyway. Okay, good. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Mitch, I'll come to you after Robert. Unless Robert, by the way, Maureen, if you could help me put hands down after they've asked.
No, I did have another, and please excuse me because my phone was not responding right. So I just put myself in and tried to sign myself as an ambassador, and it wouldn't let me do that. Is there a reason for that? For campaign,
Yes, I have not
that
built
is.
out the ambassador yet.
Oh, okay. So the only one that's campaign is built that I can select is the seller.
Yep. I have
Okay.
ambassador videos and things like that in there that you can send them. But the only campaign I have gone through so far is the recruiting one. Ambassador's next
Okay.
on my list. Yep.
I just want to make sure I wasn't doing something wrong again.
No, great question, man. And I'm glad there's no bad question. I'm glad you asked. I got to ask that one earlier today as well. I want to show you guys Mitch real quick under activity log. And if you cannot see this, it's because of the paid version, but I want to show you because it's important. So you can see it's going to go from oldest down at the bottom to the newest activity. So the first thing was that I sent him the email. It shows it didn't bounce, or the text in this case. It shows that he clicked it. It shows that he actually went to my join page. That son of a gun was testing my material. So if this was a normal lead and I saw he went to my join page, I'm all over it like that. Like I'm signing Mitch Mallet up right freaking now. That dude watched my video, went to the join page. Like it does not get any better than that. Huge. Okay, what else on the app? Because I want to show you the desktop version real quick. I wasn't going to do that, but I think it's important. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. A couple other things. Let me go through this real quick. Might spark some other conversations. If you click that more button at the bottom right, where I took you to settings before, you can click on coaching. And then this is stuff we've already built out for you. So a little refresher. I know some people like the live Aaron Browning ones, but we have some recording ones as well. Click on guide to energize, the second one. And you're going to see short videos. We built it out with a module. So it actually grades you. You can see where you're at, how to create a group code, how to add a contact, how to add a campaign, send them a resource, how it figures out who's hot. Lots of amazing little short bite-sized videos here built in. Strongly encourage you to mess with that as you guys have time. The other one I will show you, if you go back to contacts, I'm going to click on Mitch again. The one to the left of send resources. I get really excited about this one. I don't do a great job teaching it. I know Maureen's going to get behind this a lot. There's an event invite button. So I can click on that. What is today, guys? What's the big event we have tonight? Oh, I have failed.
Recruiting.
Hour.
Thank you. I don't know who said it, but you win something. I'll figure out what it is. So I can click on Monday. So
That
Monday
was
the
Solar
20th.
Queen, by the way.
Thank you, Solar Queen. All of our events there, team leaders, fireside chat. If you want your team to be here, there's actually a button for fireside chat. You can send that to them in the app where they can RSVP. How freaking cool is that? The one I want to show you is Powur Hour. So I want to invite Mitch to this event. I can either email it now that I have his email. I like to text. So I'm going to text it to him. It says Aaron Browning is inviting you to this event, Powur Hour, with a link. Click the link above to RSVP. You can add sexy language, do whatever you want. I keep things simple. That is what I send 99% of the time. Mitch, if you don't mind, can you RSVP to that for me, please? Hoping it shows the pop-up on here. It might not. Is Mitch still here? I can't see him. Maureen?
I am. I'm right here. How
Cool,
do I
thank
RSVP to it? I clicked on the link.
And then at the top, it should say something about RSVP to let Aaron know you're going to come.
Oh, there it is. I'll be there.
Guys, this is clean. Send it to yourselves.
There we go. Did it show?
Yeah, because I'm zoomed over, it might not yet. I'm gonna give it a second.
While you're waiting, Aaron, if I want to share this app with my team and I want to, what do they search for in the app store to download this app?
Yep. hang on
Rapid
one
funnel,
second.
right?
Yes. I don't know why I closed it like an idiot. Give me a second, Mitch. Well, I'm going to tell you why it's doing it because it's not liking it for whatever reason. You're going to click on the rapid funnel and then at the under resources. You guys there?
Your
No.
your screen hasn't come up yet. It's about
Yeah, I
to.
can't. It's not loading for whatever reason. That's what I just want to tell you. So you're going to click the more button, the 3 buttons at the bottom. I lied. I keep doing that. Sorry. At the very bottom where like the contact was that I just taught you guys, you're going to click on resources. And then at the very bottom, it says share energize. And then you're going to select the first one. And you could grab the link, copy it, text it, whatever you want to do. That's going to already have our group code icons embedded in it.
No,
I will
Aaron,
tell
that's
you
only
right
on
now-
that's
Go
only
ahead.
on the free version. On the free version, that's not allowed.
The share energize.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll have them fix that.
Yeah, I don't see
cool.
it.
Thanks.
Yep. If someone, I'll go ahead and grab it now. If someone could do it for me, whoever has the paid version, Michael, if you could grab that link and share it here, the share energize. But yeah, I'll make sure everyone has access to that. That's my fault. Okay.
Am I wrong in thinking if you hold your finger down, it will pop up share app and you just share it? Hold your
Yeah.
finger down on the app.
It might not add the group code. You can try it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me hang on one second.
So that way the group code is automatic if they do it that way?
Yes. I taught you how to do it anyway, though, because it is very important. You want to make sure, because some people, for whatever reason, some people are more technically challenged than others. You all want to know how to make sure they add the group code. Really, really important, especially as we start to add more codes. Okay, so this is the homepage for the desktop version, and all you're going to type in is rapid funnel login. I don't know the exact login for that. I prefer to use the app. I use it 99% of the time. I do keep the desktop version open, and it's for my LinkedIn prospecting. It just makes it a lot easier to copy and paste from LinkedIn. But I know some people prefer an iPad, prefer a computer. We have that for you as well. So you can see all sorts of information here. What I want to show you is the resources, is the campaign. I want to get you guys excited about what we built. The seller recruiting one. You're going to see 2 different ones for the paid option of this, by the way. One just says seller recruiting icons, and the other just has LinkedIn. The only thing I did on the LinkedIn version is I changed the first message where, hey, Katie, it was great meeting you on LinkedIn. I'm just referencing exactly where I met her. Once again, just making it really, really easy for everyone to do. So I'm just going to show you guys this. You'll never use this other than me showing you what actually fires. So the very first email they're going to get is the opt-in email. We already talked about that. The minute they opt in, they're going to get an email from you with the Powur Solar Explained. Well, let me view this. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, once again, I'm not trying to get techie here. I use ChatGPT. I use a lot of sales language from Russell Brunson. Feel free to tailor if you want to. I would not. I would not. This leverages the fastest growing team. It comes from you, not from me. Other than it having our team's video, that is it. It all is branded to you. All has SEO built into it. It is really, really well done. If you find mistakes, let me know. I'll have my wife go in there and help us with that. So that's going to fire day 1. 3 days later, they're going to get what's Powur revenue share. So it's a separate video I did just showing the revenue share calculator. 3 days after that, they're going to get a solar superstar joins solar. I believe that one is Chris Hart's video. 3 days later, so now we're on day 9. They're getting another video. This is the teaser that Chris and Brian helped us do. It's a 2-minute long of why solar is so freaking hot. Video's already embedded in. So if they click on this, Mitch is going to get a notification. So-and-so just clicked on join the solar revolution. He's probably like, what the hell is that? It came from the drip that Mitch didn't even know just by him taking a second to add them. 3 days after that, it's my one last chance email, has a shortened video in there. A week later, they're getting for business builders only. That's a really strong language, by the way. Day 23, this is a Maureen video. And we're constantly adding to this as well. I think there's still another page that I haven't updated as well. And we'll have this thing set by the end of it in the next month or so. It will be a 365-day drip.